Yes, you. Welcome to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast, a podcast for people who want to disrupt their lives for a good reason, to make it count. I'm your host, Jen Glantz, and every week I'll drop a new episode with stories from real people just like you, who woke up one morning and decided to make big changes, starting with small things. We'll cover topics like entrepreneurship, love, failure, and self-care. Hey, you're not getting any younger, so let's make this an adventure. Ready? Today's podcast is brought to you by Thinkific. Thinkific is the #1 platform to create, market, and sell your own online courses or membership sites. They have revolutionized how individuals earn and learn online by building an all-in-one platform designed for both course creators and their audience. Try Thinkific for free today at try.thinkific.com/Jen Glantz. That's try.thinkific.com/Jen Glantz. You are going to love it. Hey, any youngers, it's me, your host, Jen Glantz, back with another episode of the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. I'm back here in Brooklyn, New York, after 2.5 weeks in Florida. It's so funny because for some people, and this might be true for you, it might not be true for you, but for some people, you are so eager for most of your life when you're growing up to live somewhere other than where you grew up. And what I mean by that is some people are so desperate to run away from home that when you reach a certain age, whether it's going to college or taking a job, you try to go away from home. You try to live somewhere else, create new memories, have new areas that you've lived in and new experiences. And that was me. That was me after I graduated college. I'd had one job that was a traveling job that I moved back home to Florida. And all I wanted to do when I moved back home to Florida was get out of Florida. And it wasn't because I didn't like Florida. I think Florida is fantastic. It was just because I wanted to see what else was out there. So I moved to New York probably about 2 years after college. And I've been here for exactly 10 years, which is so crazy. And I loved it. I still love it. But particularly this last time when I was back in Florida, I really missed the Florida lifestyle. And maybe it's because it's freezing cold here and it's winter, but there was something about being in a warm environment, being close to the beach, that made me really miss living there. So coming back to Brooklyn has been tough. It's been tough to come back to this environment, especially when the pandemic hit and there was nowhere else to go but here. I think maybe you can feel me when I say that we're all a little sick of where we are, and maybe it's time to get out of where we are, whether it's a vacation, a weekend, a month, or maybe it's time to move somewhere new. I don't know the answer to that, but here I am back in Brooklyn. Today's topic is one that might be sort of obvious, but is worth talking about. I was watching the Today Show when I was home in Florida, and there was this woman on the Today Show talking about how, for the most of our lives, every single day is ordinary. Throughout the year, if you look at the calendar, there's only a couple of days that are holidays. You have birthdays, you have holidays that you celebrate, you have national holidays. But other than that, every other day is just a Monday or just a Wednesday or just a Friday night. And if we only live for the holidays, then once or maybe twice a month, we have something on our calendar that we're passionate about, that we look forward to, that we hope we have a good time on that day. But what about the other days? Now, this woman on the Today Show was talking about it in the sense of finding fun crafts for kids to make kids have all these cool adventures. But I thought about it from our perspective as well. Most days are not holidays. They're not first class tickets to some beach in Mexico with this Instagrammable experience. Most days are leftovers from the back of the fridge that smell kind of weird, but you have no choice but to eat them. Or answering email after email after email that starts with, "I hope all is well." Honestly, if we're being real, most days are figuring out what TV show to waste time watching and whether or not you took the clothes out of the washing machine and did you unplug your straightening iron, because whoever really knows. Most days are really around questioning why you're so mean to yourself and kind to everybody else, or if this is what happiness is, because if this is what happiness is, then why does it smell like the day's old t-shirt that you're wearing? Honestly, most days are ordinary, my friend, but they don't have to be. You right now can go in your closet and pull out that dry clean only jacket and wear it today. You can cancel your plans of sitting on the couch tonight and watching season 3 of that show that you hardly like to watch and do something else. Take a dance class, have a virtual experience, find something new and exciting and different to do. Text that friend that wants to see you, but you've been putting it off, and go get dinner with them. You can take those leftovers, you can stick them in the freezer, and you could eat homemade tacos on the floor in a bathing suit, because why not? You can teach yourself a new dance move today, even if nobody will ever see it. You can know you learned it. You can declare tomorrow a holiday. Maybe tomorrow is you wear all pink day, or tomorrow is you buy some stranger a coffee day, but why don't you make tomorrow a holiday? Because the truth is, and you know this and I know this, most days are ordinary, but they don't have to be. They just don't have to be. All my love, Jen Glanz. Hey you! Thank you for listening to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. There are hundreds of thousands of pods out there, so thank you for listening to this one. You can find the show notes for this week's episode up on our website, anyyounger.com. Subscribe, rate, and review the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast on iTunes so that other ears around the world can listen too. Oh, and join our secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, where over 1,000 people are talking about how to disrupt their lives, for good reason, to make it count. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glanz.